is calm down committing violence against a trans person. Because
Yeah.
you remember that, just here recently there was a girl that not necessarily considered herself trans, but I think she was non-gender conforming. And I personally felt like, there's 1,001 people standing around and they're not doing anything. They're actually pulling out their phones and taping it like it's the thing to do. It's like in New York, I'm like, are you serious? So you mean to tell me I can't walk down the street or ride the public transportation to get where I need to get to without feeling like my life is in jeopardy or my life is in danger?
I mean, that's what society we live in. That's the world we live in.
And I truly understand.
And it's been made worse by Trump. Let me just add that. For those who didn't know, our transgender mission has been stifled by Trump. Our transgender lives are being taken by Trump and his whole administration. So he is the reason. I blame him. You can argue with me if you want to. Now,
but they don't believe in assassinating presidents anymore. I mean,
oh, don't say that. We're on the radio. You can't say that. They're gonna come and get you. They'll be knocking at the door to this radio station in just a few seconds to pick you up for saying that. You can't imply that you want to kill the president, girl.
No, I'm not implying that. But this was the argument that we had on Facebook.
Yeah, but there's certain things you can't say that the FBI will be showing up to your door later on this evening with questions. Although the way he talked about the FBI, they might not give a fuck.
That part. He did that part. Look, for real, because there's a lot of people in the administration that is mad about him about this whole shutdown. I mean, what is it about? You a big kid not getting your way because you want to build this wall to keep people out. It's already bad enough. We already got the ban on certain
Let me tell you something.
Iranian and Arabian countries.
Let me tell you something. For all of those with an earshot, listen very carefully. I'm fixing to hook you up with some knowledge that you probably already knew or probably suspected, but it is the absolute goddamn truth. Donald Trump is not playing the game that y'all think he's playing. Donald Trump is playing a much bigger game. He ain't studying about these allegations. He ain't studying about none of this shit. He thinks that he has a lot more power than he does. What he's trying to do is wait everybody out till he can call national emergency and then gain control of the country, and then he thinks he'll have military power from that point, and he'll start trying to slap it. And that's what's going to happen. So keep your eyes open. Beware of everything going on.
I mean, it's getting out of hand with the guns too as well. I mean, and the laws he's allowing to be passed and everything about open carry and everything like that. That's oh my.
That man thinks he's gonna be a dictator.
Oh,
he
yeah.
thinks he's gonna be another Putin, and that's why I got Putin and Kim Jong-un backing his ass up. He thinks he's gonna be another one. We ain't gonna let him make that shit. So, let's see here. We will be taking a quick commercial break, but when we come back from commercial, we will begin our topic. And tonight's topic will be talking about the men, trans-attracted men, tranny chasers. Those terms, do they need to be held accountable? What do you think? So, stay tuned. Transfusion at power214.com.
Yeah, accountable. What we talking about? Child, that traffic wore me out.
Really?
There's a bad wreck coming up 635.
It really was.
I had to jump on an HOV lane. I had to knock on those things.
She did this number. She did like
Doom,
this.
doom, doom.
Yeah, she had me scared. I ain't gonna even lie. Look, I was hanging on for dear life. I'm like, oh Jesus.
The cross can handle the baby.
What tickets are those?
The show's already gone.
Oh.
It was January 8th.
Huh?
I have no idea.
The Black
Hey,
Rose.
gorgeous.
I didn't give him out.
This is
obviously.
Sherman.
How you
My
doing?
nephew Sherman.
How are you?
You good?
The Black Rodeo.
Kelly.
Hi.
I went to it.
Yeah.
Not as black as I thought.
Girl, they lost the blackness about 3 years ago. Come on,
Is that
man.
what happened?
That's what it did. Because once
Sound like something I want to be a part of, though.
no, but what it is that most things that are predominantly black, they're being taken over by. And then
Well, it sure was. It wasn't
It was-
predominantly a black thing.
Because back in the day, when I went to the black, rodeo and stuff like that, you see black cowboys.
Yeah. No, well, no, they had black cowboys last night, but most of, like, when I first went, it was years ago. When I first went to the, it was called, Cowboys of Color now.
Yeah.
But when I first went to the black rodeo, all of the cowboys, or most of the cowboys were black.
Yeah.
All of the little clowns, the rodeo clowns that were out there on the field cleaning up and chasing the bulls and doing all of them were black.
Black, right.
All the casters and all the, last night, girl, all the little clowns, the rodeo clowns, all of them were white. All the casters were white. The cowboys that was roping the cows were black. And the cowboys that did the horse were black, but then the ones that was doing the bucking bulls, some of them were white, some of them, so it was like it wasn't merely
As black as you thought it was.
the black that I remember.
I mean, that's what happens when, you have, they're trying to integrate what they call, they don't want the folks to be
Girl,
left.
just tell the paint. It look good though. I think they'll try to cover the shadow.
But it was just like one of those things, because I went to the Mesquite Rodeo. I used to go to I was a big fan of the Mesquite Rodeo because, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot of fun. Because, your food, I'm a fat girl, so I don't know what fat girl snacks is. Forget Baby D. I'm the one that put fireworks in your mouth, girl. Quit playing. But I still do all what she do. Do her, cook, and babysit kids and run a neighborhood. Cause but like I said, it's like, because it's just like when you have certain people that get in power of these events, they try to please everybody by integrating but you don't see us integrating in their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why a bunch of white folks would want to be part of something called Cowboys of Color, because y'all not Cowboys of Color, but that's how it is, and that's what was going on. So I said, well, all right, I'm enjoy it.
That's what they doing in Morehouse.
Hmm.
Morehouse, they accepting white people now.
Yeah.
They always have, right?
But Spelman closed. Spelman closed, they opened back up, and then they closed again because they couldn't get no more funding. And that was a predominantly.
I'm trying to get you in, girl. I'm trying to see you, girl.
But that's because black women don't want to go there no more.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But then are you gonna be here? Cause
You know, I'm gonna make my way back.
She's gonna be sitting up like this, telling her, hey, how y'all doing?
It'll be all right.
And then we got this one going too. So
That's how, okay. That was good.
yeah, right there.
Okay.
But another thing that I really liked too that came through Dallas was the Taste of Dallas. I like that. Now that's a nice.
Taste of Dallas.
What was that about?
The Taste of Dallas, it has all our restaurants, bars, grills, and all of that.
Oh, okay.
And then when it comes, I'm a big foodie. And then I also like the Bishop Arts Food Festival too.
I've never been to that. I heard of it.
All that Bishop Foods are, oh baby, look, that is what she wants.
Okay. Girl.
Come on with this
She
dress.
gets on my nerves, girl.
Come on, Sade, with that
Oh,
ponytail.
fine. This is different from what we had last time.
No,
What's on the drink?
I was like, I'm drinking. Not yet.
you got new
It's so cold in here.
You got the pies, honey.
It's like a sparkler.
No thighs.
Slipper, baby. So,
Baby, but you got the hips and you got a swimsuit body.
She ain't got me.
no, swimsuit body.
Come on, sis.
Fuck that little old body, baby.
We got the whole meal deal, I still wear some
You
deep.
go fine, baby.
Look, mama can't get enough bikini or Dixie dude. I can't wear babies and shit.
What do you wear?
I don't wear no. I don't even go swimming since I've been transitioned.
What's going on?
What? I live.
And I love swimming, but I just can't do it now, bitch.
You gonna find your little cute little bathing suit with the little boy shorts at the bottom.
It don't even work like that.
And then you put an extra
I
bottom.
went to Cancun. I had on a gas, bitch. I put the panties on top of that girl out on the beach of Mexico. I went out in the ocean, bitch. That knocked that gaff right loose, bitch. I came out the ocean, my whole balls was hanging. I said, in Mexico, girl, in front of me.
Oh!
So I try not to go swimming and get in the water.
we can put some denim shorts, you know, we gonna cut, I can make you some denim shorts.
I have to go swim in a whole onesie, bitch. Have to be an entire leotard, bitch.
Come
Now,
on, put
Mr.
it
Marion, you had said.
Okay.
You like this fucker girl, what I tell you about that? What's going on, Shampoo?
Oh,
Quiet.
man, just trying to make it.
Do you got that speaker today?
Yeah, it's charging.
Okay.
It's charging.
But you know, the other thing that I'm really adamant about, and I'm just like watching a lot of, is like about that girl, Islam that was killed in New York, the trans girl.
What happened?
Oh, she was killed. There was another one that was in Florida that got killed by a teenager. He was 21 years old.
Well, you ain't no teenager. If you 21.
Well, no, she was 21, but he was found out to be 17.
Oh, that was in Chicago.
No, there was another one in Florida.
I looked at the trial for the little 17-year-old boy.
Yeah, and then this is the thing with me that's pissing me off about that is that, you know, they don't want to pursue these people to the full extent of the law, but
Chicago for the fool, because they conceded that they went back and saw that they were actually having a relationship, and that actually,
Yeah.
you know, she tricked them type thing. It was him.
and they kill me with that every girl,
They trying them as an adult too.
and I'm glad
As they should.
And they damn should.
you know what I'm saying. But this what really kills me is that they always want to use that we didn't tell them that we were tricking them.
Nobody believe this shit no more.
Nobody believe that, baby. Trust and believe. Some of these men already know what they get into. They just pretend they don't want to
They
know.
don't know that believe this shit.
Come on now.
They know these niggas is nasty.
Hey, come
So
on.
you ready to talk about the topic? You ready?
Yeah, whatever coach you got. I'm ready to
Man,
You gonna give it to us raw?
please do.
Yeah, I mean,
Cause I'm not gonna hold
I
back.
came a long way.
Where you came from?
Child. Look. It's a scary child.
Look, we gonna get our TikToks ready. We ready. Cause I've been acting like
Got
it's
some
one.
questions. And then we're gonna have some more men calling in too, so
Oh,
you know, yeah.
but I got a couple of questions.
Hey y'all.
Supper.
How to do?
Okay, look. How to do?
Hello.
And you know what? I want to go, but I really want to do this as an outing for Transfusion. I want us to go to the Medea play. It ain't that much. It's the last one, and it's gonna be at the Verizon Theater. That'll be fun. That'll be something we
Is
can.
this the one with Medea died?
Yes.
Medea dies?
Yes, she's killing her off.
Oh, yeah.
Why? That's how you got his money. That's
But
crazy.
he tired of being he tired of being
And she done made enough corn. She done made too many movies.
time for a new character.
I just don't want to see Tyler Perry.
Oh God, never mind.
I don't want to see him.
That's
acting
my
the
dad.
same.
That's who I look up to.
Well,
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
I think it's time for a new character. Maybe he'll come up with something.
Yes,
Cause
cause
she is predictable.
Yeah, he'll come up
she
with
is
something
predictable.
else,
She
something.
puts you in the mind of like somebody grandmama. for
Maybe he'll play a uncle. Old man, uncle.
Oh, he already doing that with
Maybe
Joe.
he'll play
Yeah, Joe.
Joe. That's what
Here we
I'm saying.
go.
Maybe he'll play Joe a little bit.
What's the number? Shampoo.
469
469-757-7797.
759
759.
77
That's
779
it. 2 numbers off.
Say it again, cause I gotta learn this number.
469 759 77
757-7797.
759 7797.
Well, how come we on all of our things it's been 757?
Okay, let me go correct.
We can
Let
give
me
out
go
the
correct
numbers all
that,
the
'cause I
time.
got somebody calling in the show for me.
Right, I was gonna give out the wrong numbers. That's right, 75. That was my bad.
All right, I'll be right back after I bring y'all in.
Okay.
3, 2.
Okay, for those of you who are listening, this is Transfusion Radio, and we are back at power214.com. For those of you who are listening who looked at today's flyer, please note a correction. The number is 469-759-7797. The flyer says 469-757-7797. The correction is 469-759-7797. So please give us a call. We're looking for male callers today. We want to talk to the men who are interested in trans women. Today we're talking about tranny chasers. trans attracted men.
Why training chasers?
Accountability.
Well, we're gonna have to come up with a better name for guys. who
So
are
what do you
interested
think
in
about?
trans women.
How do you define tranny chasers first of all? So let's talk about that. And since we have a male in the room,
Let's introduce yourself,
Yeah.
Sherman.
Hello, I'm Sherman. I don't like the term tranny chasers because that's like a fetish term. So I feel like the term should be called like, I don't know, like I see trannies as girls, but y'all can like talk about that. But a tranny chaser is a fetish term, right?
well, kind of. It's sort of like a womanizer.
A woman, yeah. But I guess somebody that don't really like. Can you cuss on it?
Yeah.
I told you to give it to us wrong.
Like somebody that don't really fuck with trannies, but they fuck with trannies. You get them there, they just trying to fuck y'all, but they don't really fuck with y'all. So that's a tranny chaser. But I'm not a tranny chaser, so.
What do you do?
What are you?
A tranny lover?
A tranny lover.
But I don't like to call
Call a
them.
song.
Okay, look, for real. Yeah, you know, he's a tranny
A
lover.
tranny lover. Well.
Okay, can we get a song?
Yeah.
So, as a tranny lover, when you say tranny lover, do you have relationships with trans women?
Yes, like my girlfriend currently is a tranny.
Okay, and so are you out about your transgender attraction?
Yes, I've been out for. It's weird to say I've been out because, like I said, like I see them as females. So when I date a transgender, I treat them like I treat a female. So
And that includes meeting the friends and family.
yeah,
and all that
friends,
shit.
family, all that. Watching me play basketball, watching me play the game, watching me bullshit, do what I do and all that shit. But it took a long time for me to be like this because when I first met Pocahontas, I was new to all this, so like I wasn't really.
Y'all, let's just be clear.
Okay.
Let's just be clear, I'm unspoken hunter.
Okay, look.
And to be
Wait a
honest,
minute.
she really inspired me because she like do you still have these charging shoes and stuff?
No.
Well, like when I was like younger, I'm still young, so by the way.
How old are you, Sherman?
I'm 26.
Okay, still wet behind the ears and got milk on his breath, y'all. Come on.
Mhm.
Continue.
That's a southern saying or something. But anyways, Pocahontas, she like inspired me because like my friend Angela used to go to these charting shows. Now you should see like all these like transgenders like they're proud about who they was and all this stuff, and it was more to them than just being. It just like opened my eyes. At first, I was a train chaser, but
Now, I have another question. Here for the past couple of years, one of the leading killers of black trans women of color have been black men. We have this culture of toxic masculinity where men feel like they have to save face when it's found out that they're attracted to trans women and end up killing them. Number one, would you consider those kind of men tranny chasers? And number two, what do you say about that situation?
to be honest, like those men are little bitches, and they just really they like hate like who the. All right, basically the black culture just period got like a problem with the LGBT like community.
Mhm.
So like a man, he gotta be extra like manly and shit, and he thinks that a tranny is a gay guy, but if you like actually would talk to him, trannies, that term is weird because trannies are females. To me, I don't know if you disagree
Well,
with me.
most trans women would agree, and most trans women are looking for men with that kind of mentality.
And there are men like that.
But here's the problem. There are some,
There are
there are some, because, you know, there are plenty
Or
of
if
girls
you
who are
invest.
in relationships, and plenty of girls who have, you know what I'm saying, so there are men out there. But the majority
You're right.
of men, especially in the black community that deal with trans women, are either on the down low, or, you know what I'm saying, or not quite out, don't want their business out there, so to speak. And those are the ones who usually end up, you know, because I've experienced this. I've experienced men who, you know, I've watched point at trans women and watched talk shit when their friends around, but then I've seen them turn around and go and suck a dick and go and suck a trans dick. I've seen that happen. I've watched that.
I've had
Yeah, the hard
experiences
time.
too, but they'll see as a prime example. Me and my sister, we both.
I'll tell you, don't put me in your category.
No.
I don't have those problems with my trade. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying that, since we
No,
both, no, we both stay in South Dallas, and you know how it is over there, and you know how some of those men act, and then,
Right.
you know, when they see, because the prime example of that, where you meet a lot of the guys is at the stores, the little hood stores, like Little World, you know, that's the prime example.
Little world.
Little World.
World.
Meet me at Little World, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's where it comes from. They'll sit up there and berate you in the store, or, you know what I'm saying, or if they something that gives them, that clocks your tea, then if they've been around a whole bunch of people, they'll go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, berate you, but then when they catch you around the corner, they'll be like, "Say, so have me your number, what's your DM?" Oh, really?
And you know why they're able to do that?
Because
There are girls who let them do that. There are
That's what I
girls
was about
who
to say.
there are girls who know the game and be like, "Oh, that nigga just talking shit because he want me." And then she'll get outside and be like, and be waiting for him to come.
Yeah.
'Cause she knows she gonna come around the corner. But see, what that does is it encourages that type of behavior. It says that it's okay for you to talk shit to me in front of folks, and then
And yeah, disrespect me and
You know what I'm
be
saying?
trying to belittle me.
Why
and then
accept
I'm
that?
still going to have you later on.
Yeah.
I'll still suck you, you know, even though you talk crazy to me and talk shit to me. I'm still.
But
gonna
you know,
suck
some girls get their willies off of that. You know what I'm saying? That like
But do
they.
you think the guys, they come off like that because of the way you carry yourself? Like maybe when you go in a little flashy, going over the top and stuff.
I mean,
Cause
no.
I don't get that too often going to Little World.
No.
I get ma'am and a bitch I
You
know
know
I
what?
look over 30 or 40.
And none of them were stores on the side, because I went trying to find some weed.
No, I don't get
I
that
was in
either,
and out
but
all
I'm
the
just saying
stores.
there's
but
certain
okay,
girls.
do you know where I can find some? I'm just this white woman.
Right.
Like, excuse me, do you know where I can find some? You know, I was out there just like
Right.
that with my shawl on. Okay.
I serve
Find some
because
weed.
I know, but you know, but me, I've always been the Banji girl, and I've always known where to go for weed and stuff like that. So my attraction, that's where I was gonna touch on too. Is like, you know, like since it's already so hard, you know what I'm saying, dating as it is, when you do run across somebody, you know, I need to just quit trying to pick them apart. You know what I'm saying, and just accept them for who they are at that point.
Now, interesting, back to you. You said that you have a transgender girlfriend now, and that you date openly. How many transgender women have you dated?
That's crazy. Probably like serious relationship, probably like 4 or 5. I probably talked to like, I don't even have the number.
And that's not a bad thing. However, trans women listening to this will call him a tranny chaser. They'll say, "Oh, you done been with too many girls. Oh, that's all you like. Oh, that's a." And one thing that I want to talk to my transgender women about is beating up the men who are supposed to be for us. If a man is into trans women, which is what we are,
Right.
and there's someone for everyone. You know, just like there are trans women, there are men out there who are attracted to trans women,
Right.
and vice versa. When we have these men that are attracted to us, we call them tranny chasers, and they've been with too many, and all they fetishize us. All they want is, you know what I'm saying? And how do we break that? Because a lot of that is the reason why, or at least some of it is the reason why they won't come out and stand with us.
Okay,
Why they won't, you know
I
what I'm
have
saying?
another aspect. Watch this. Catch follow me. Now, there's a lot of, like, I can speak for myself. There's a lot of my friends that in the past have tried to use me as bait to see if a man is going to mess around so they can know. And that made me in turn, you know what I'm saying, in certain instances I did participate because, you know what I'm saying, I do want my women to know. But in turn, when the cisgender women sit up there and put so much emphasis on that and in trying to know who everybody is messing with, such like girls such as ourselves, you know, that makes it harder for the black men to want to come out because, you know what I'm saying, they receive so much strife and so much hell from these women, but yet y'all don't make it comfortable for them to come out.
So kind of you doing it is almost saying, agreeing with the women that's wrong.
Yeah.
Right. When you start bullying trans men who are attracted to trans women, and you start saying, "Oh, you like trans women,"
and then in turn that makes them come at us like that and saying, "Oh, you trying to expose me?"
Right.
And then also too, I want to bring this up too while we're talking. I personally, I have dated a couple men that have dated other trans women, but me personally, I like to date men that's never messed around before.
But why?
Because I for my validation, I'm just gonna speak on myself. My validation, I know I'm a woman and everything like that. I want to feel like I'm the only one. I really do. And then, you know what I'm saying, knowing that I've been with a man that's been with another girl, you done have heard the same story, same song in another way.
But okay, so because you sound like, and don't get me twisted. At one point in my life, I had that same idea. At one point, but what you sound like are all those nasty old men who have fucked everything on the sun, but what they want is a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
What they want is a little girl, somebody ain't had nobody for, even though they done fucked everybody on the sun. So, and that's kind of what girls are giving when they say, "I don't want a man who's been with trans women before," even though you've had millions of men. You want a man that's only been with one girl.
I'm not gonna lie. Once I find out that my partner is somebody that I'm messing with that's been with another trans woman, I kind of be like,
Well, you know what?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something. Number one, I prefer men who have been with trans women.
I'm growing to
because
that.
they actually know what they want, and we don't have to play the bullshit game.
No
I don't have to do
training,
I don't have to go
training,
that
yes.
psychological shit with you. I don't have to convince you to do nothing. I don't have to, and in the aftermath, oh, well, I don't know how I feel about that. And I don't want to have to go through all that shit.
Yeah.
I want you to know you like it, be
Yeah.
used to it,
Mhm.
and we can just get straight to it and have fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want, like being with a trans woman. What I don't want is the confusion, the games, the cat and mouse, even though we
Yeah, I
both
don't
know
have
that
time
you
for that
want it.
no more.
We both know that you want it. That's
Mhm.
why you hit me up. So acting like this is new for you.
Right.
I don't like all that. Just come on out and tell me, yeah, I did it before. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, listen. You know,
Yeah, right.
I'm-
But then you got the ones out here that play that role like they ain't never messed around before, and they
Because they know that's what we like.
That's exactly. Let me
And
tell you
that's what they be
something.
doing.
And you know what?
Right.
And that's why I tell all of them, if you ain't never done this before, miss me. Cause I don't want you to lie to me. I don't want you coming to me and telling me, oh, this is my first time knowing you done fucked and sucked 3 or 4 other bitches. Just tell me, cause I've had that before. I've had it. I'll ask them, well, how many girls have you been with? Well, I ain't had, this is my first time, I ain't never been with none. Oh, okay, well, no, I only like men with experience. Oh, I mean, I did let one suck me.
Okay, then that's when we get to the truth.
Right, it's like, well, you could have said that the first time.
That's just sign right there, girl. Follow the signs.
Right, so
Right.
so you have to be very, very careful with that, and that's the reason why I say I prefer men who have had experience. And when you say that because here's the problem with a lot of girls too. A lot of girls take the idea that they want a man who's never fucked around before, but they take it even further. A man who has had more than 1 or 2 girls is now all of a sudden a tranny chaser.
Yeah.
Which is unfair, because if transgender women are what you want,
Right.
and that's what you're attracted to, that's the pool of women you're going to date in.
Right.
And I think we take offense to it oftentimes because our pool isn't that big.
Right.
It's
So
only
you
so
know,
many of
you
us,
know,
so
we
if
done
you
had
do,
somebody out
And
there
then,
Right.
there comes the come along with the bullshit, because there's some of them that like to see us getting into it with each other. You know what I'm saying? They get a kick out of seeing us fighting over them and everything like that. Now, that's the thing I have a total problem with. Like, baby, I'm not going to get into it with one of my good Judys because you over here done slept with her and then you done slept with me. No, that's another reason why I'm just, you know what I'm saying, date what I date, or just in turn, in this last year, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all, I just became a female dog. I just do these men, I became a female dog. I became a female dog. I'm doing it like these men do us, but doing it more in a classier way though. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you know what, Kelly?
You know what?
Kelly? We do train our mind to act like hoes. Because we don't want our feelings hurt.
Exactly.
that's why many of us end up in the escort field, because we wanna feel like, we know that these men are attracted to us, but we wanna feel like more than just that.
Yeah.
And since we can't get more than just that,
Right.
we
You gonna
get
pay
there for
us.
that money.
Yeah.
Since
Right,
don't
you
wanna
know,
get any
like
more-
they used to say, fuck you, pay me.
Right,
Mhm.
since we can't get any more from you than just a fuck in the middle of the night, then give me money for that.
Cause who gets tired of dick pictures for hello?
Me?
Oh my God.
Baby, look, the other day, prime example, I have some gorgeous pictures up on Facebook. And you know, there's a lot of guys that come to me.
Kelly, who that pictures of?
Bitch,
I just playing sis.
Yeah, me, girl, wait a minute. Now, oh, the shade is in the room.
Child, you know you're the conqueror.
But I'm just saying, like, no, I get randoms, like, popping up off of other people's page that want to send me friend requests. Once I accept that friend request, here goes the messages. Hey, when can I fuck with you? Where you from? And then there it go. Once I tell them I'm a trans woman, there it go. There goes the dick pictures. Then there goes the video calls with them with their dick out, want me to watch them jack and everything.
I don't fuck
Girl,
around like this.
I don't fuck around.
Disrespectful.
It is very disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful, especially if I didn't even implement any implications like that towards you. I just accepted your friend request. That wouldn't mean for you to just send me all your goodies that your mama gave you.
Well, listen, we are coming to a point we need to pause for a break, but we're going to come back with this conversation about the men and about tranny chasers. I want some of you men to call in, but please remember the number on the flyer for this week is wrong. It's stated 469-757-7797, but the actual number is 469-759-7797. So please give us a call during the second half, which we're about to go into after this next commercial break, or listen at power214.com. This is Transfusion Radio. We'll be right back.
But you know that.
Yeah, Sherman, don't be scared.
Oh,
Sis, look,
I got a lot of
this
stuff
is
to say.
This is my
Sis,
favorite part.
jump in.
Where's the restroom at real quick?
Where the man restroom at?
Inside the building.
The other side.
God
Yeah, the
Like-
other side.
Like you gotta walk from this hallway to the other one.
We are live.
Auntie, what made you do that Sade ponytail like that, girl? That Sade ponytail.
Cause I just needed to do something for the conversation. I need to step outside real quick.
What? For what? Smoke?
Just in the car, just the stuff.
Can I get with you? Let me go with you. I'll be right back, Chef. We'll be back.
You get coming back in at 6:05.
Okay.
6:05.
We'll be
We
back.
gotta go to the restroom.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Hey y'all, what's up? See you on the stage. Ugh. Let's see who's on this thing. Hey y'all, what's going on? Wave at some people. Say what's up. Hey Savannah, what's going on, baby? Hey grandbaby, what's going on? Hey, oh, my screen is showing right, y'all. I'm trying to wave at y'all. Let me see. I think I'm doing it right. We on commercial break right now. Make sure y'all tune in power214.com because we are live on air right now. You're coming in. Hey y'all. Okay, I'm tired of pushing away. What's been going on? How the Stars of Dallas been going?
They're moving.
Yeah, the Tyson boy.
Tyson got like, for as
Tyson
many
ain't
people as he
playing.
has, he's got all of them. It's military almost. And y'all, in and out, or you know how he talk.
For real.
I need y'all go ahead and come on in, switch out.
I think he kind of got a little mad at me. I
Oh.
don't know. Not like mad at me, like bad mad at me or something, but I don't know. 'Cause he ain't been hands on like he was at first.
And he's got so many of
He
them.
got so much going on though.
It's
Like
like,
Tyson on the move.
it's like 20 of them. I don't know how many, like they took a picture the other day and it was just a bunch. I was
When they
like,
did the all them in Stars of Dallas,
Yep.
just coming in on the radio show.
Switch out and he got a bartender and he's got
I
this
seen
and I'm
that.
like, damn.
Baby Tyson making some moves. I'm so proud of him.
It's
That boy ain't nothing to be toyed with.
Nope.
Every time I look up, he doing. He in LA right now. Every time I look up, he doing something different. I said, Tyson, bitch, I can't keep up with you. What T Love been up to?
Same old, you know, same old pervert.
What you saying?
Same old pervert.
That's my boy.
Supposed to be here later.
Oh, he coming in today?
Yeah, we have a new show starting today. I think he's gonna stop by.
It's not the same lady that was after us last time?
No. She still has a show, but we have someone 9 to 11 today.
Oh,
The
okay.
very first show. He'll probably show up
Do y'all ever play us like through the through the weekdays? What days?
during the day. Randomly.
Oh, okay.
Like I be play all the shows during the day, and at 5 all the new ones. So
I got a cousin that that has a podcast, and it's really good too. And I think I'm gonna try to connect him with y'all and see if y'all can do something with him and his team.
oh shit. Just haven't hit T up.
Okay, I will. I'll give myself all this stuff. Should I give him cell or how should I give him?
The 66. That's the. Let me tell you which one.
I'll probably connect them.
Yeah.
I'll probably call him and let him know that I'm giving him this number. I'll call him. I got this stuff.
Okay. The number that ends in 6s. That's the number to call.
It ends in the 6s.
Yes.
Okay. What's been going on with you? You been alright?
Shit, just working, trying to work on this next film. That's all.
How's it coming along?
It's really cool. I got the crew and I got a producer to help me.
Did you find some girls to do it?
Yeah, no. See, with film, like with females, I hate to say it, transgender or just females or whatever, they have to be pretty so the audience can want to watch it. Like half of it. But all the transgenders that submit to my film, it's not that attractive.
So once you bring in someone who's a makeup artist and maybe someone who that could dress them or something like that.
Yeah, I might get that. But I got a producer. I got
you
another
okay?
guy for.
She's actually an actress. She do short films and movies.
Oh, really? Oh, look, somebody trying to go on a live video.
They're trying to do what? Oh, no, I
Looks like
didn't do
it'll be
it.
a cloudy day. Here's
I wanna
today's
do
news
this. I
provided
wanna
by
do this.
Google. Trump's military
You
transgender
could- you
ban
could
is
just
more
put it-
reasonable than you think, Washington Examiner. New York Daily. News searches desperately for real dirt
What's
on
that?
Covington students.
Just telling the news
Blackface.
as it's going. That's what your phone does. That's one of the features. It reads the news.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and come back. I gotta clock in.
We still live over here, yo.
All right.
U.S. House vote AOL. The Supreme Court is preparing to make.
Somebody asked me, what was your Facebook? What's your name? Somebody just said they want to follow you on Facebook.
Nico Hicks.
And minimum
Nico
temperature
Hicks.
is 31 degrees Fahrenheit. And maximum temperature is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Looks like
Last
it'll
time
be
you
a
played my
cloudy
song,
day.
Shampoo.
Here's today's
Which one was
news
it?
provided
And you play my song, girl, Around the Way, girl. Look, I'm wearing 2 pairs of bamboo earrings today. Hi, look, I got them both in today. And I will forever stay true to my form, and that's being around the way, girl.
There you go. I got that.
Do you got the gun?
Yes, I do.
You try to.
Yeah, I love it.
No, you know what? I don't want to be chewing out on the radio and
Yeah.
stuff. Let's take it.
Well, I'm gonna take it out when we get
I'm
ready.
gonna suck on it.
I'm gonna suck on it too, but during commercial break, shit, it's smacking and popping. It's helping me with my craving for cigarettes. I'm back on my hormones, so.
Okay, you just smoke
Well,
on the
hold
go.
I know, sis, but I'm trying to quit. Bear with me. Jesus. Bitch, you don't know how a cigarette saves some people's lives, bitch. You know what I go, girl, look. It makes you more still print my rap sheet, okay? Bitch, they ran out of paper, bitch, they had to put some more paper in the print, okay? Look, I admit my flaws, bitch. It's my new thing for the year. Bitch, if you do flaws and all, but I'm still gorgeous inside and out.
I'm gonna change my liquor. I don't like it.
What?
It's too soft.
Look,
It's liquor.
it's cute. I
It's
mean,
like a wine cooler.
for me, me being not a drinker, next time it's on me. But being that I am not a drinker like that, that's good for me because I don't get drunk too fast. Because when I get drunk too fast, I'm gonna be like Eddie. I just came to dance for y'all. That's it. Look, you ain't bitch wind up in the room with a bloody face because she drunk and out of there. What game you playing?
That's my alarm. I got a few people listening. I'm gonna see if they gonna really call in. Oh, it's 6 o'clock then.
No, yeah, I know who she is. I just followed her on Facebook.
Huh?
Oh, they know who you is already.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Superstar, I see.
Oh, she don't play no games. She ain't know this shit. She true to it.
Girl, I don't see how many people have commented on this. Give it 24 hours, 500 challenge. I'm on 500. There you go.
Oh my God! How many people they say on the live over there on YouTube?
YouTube?
Is it showing anybody?
Why is it time?
It's time.
Okay. Girl, I say yeah.
That's all I
That's our first time going live on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
You remember Shampoo set it up for me last
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
But we couldn't go live last time because it had to take 24 hours or something like that.
All right.
Oh, Kelly.
Really?
Bitch, with my Sony Walkman on the dark bus side, bitch, the 466 with my mama.
Got the magazine fight.
No, that's my shit.
This is? This song?
You know, let's see, I want to see you in a cross-color outfit. You know what?
You got the speaker ready for us.
We go cross color.
These earphones working out. I'm a live Bluetooth speaker.
No, wait a minute, no, the cross-color outfit with a fresh pair of K-Swiss.
Yeah, girl, that's
She always stay in the 80s, girl.
bitch. I don't know who you think I am, girl.
Damn, Kelly. Kelly's got a 2000, girl. It's Kelly. Yeah, that's much better. Hey, y'all. What's up?
When I was born. It came out when I was born.
Let me see if I can see you, Kelly.
How you put it down? I just put it in them old bitches.
You 27, the same age as me.
Yo, shut up.
You mad?
You ain't old.
Whoa.
Nobody is.
Talk about her.
Like, old you. Yeah.
My mother is beautiful. No shade.
You try to call me an old bitch.
Years old. Anything above 35.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
bitch, I'm only a year away, bitch. Don't give me too much.
A year?
Yeah, I'm saying, I look
Right.
25, but I am 34.
You asked the truth.
Well, I am going
Look
to
here.
celebrate. This year is the big 4-0, so I'm going to be celebrating.
Let me throw your party. When your
The
birthday?
40-year-olds is the
Let me
hardest
throw your
one.
party. You know I love throwing parties.
I'll be there.
I won't tell me they did it.
I will. You gonna be a party, I'm coming.
I love
Don't be a
throwing
party.
parties.
Okay, what's your favorite theme though? Like what kind of, when's your birthday? Oh,
We can do weed. I
we
can go to any party.
can do it.
I do weed party.
Everybody in the
Weed?
house.
I have treats,
Weed.
everything.
Weed.
Yeah, that's my type of party.
He makes the treats.
I do it.
She'll make the liquor too. She ain't gonna make no weed. She talked about it one time, and I was like, girl, what? I'm like, I was like, okay,
Even if somebody paying for it.
We know we.
Huh? When your birthday? It's August 25th.
Okay, that's the like right. We need to have that in there.
I'm gonna be real fantasy with it too.
And you know what?
It should be real fantasy and really just.
You know what? I see it. I see it like that.
You know I'm fantasy like fantasy as fuck. I can be real fantasy.
Sis, you know what we can do? We can do it like with the you know, like with the
You know what that had reminded me of when I was little. My mom used to point to me and then she used to pop my nose with like a little ruler thing. Oh, I'm surprised. Yeah, that scared me, girl.
Oh, shit.
Now get in there, Sherman. Yeah, like you scared.
I can't hear it.
Cause I haven't plugged it in. Hang on.
We here?
We need to introduce ourselves and do our
Three.
Instagram pages and stuff.
2.
Welcome back to Transfusion Radio, ending confusion about transgender here on power214.com. Remember, we are opening the lines on this half of the show, so give us a call at 469-759-7797. First, we're going to, before we get back into our topic, we're going to give a quick round of introductions, starting with Sister Polka.
Hey, I'm Pocahontas. You can follow me on Instagram as Pocahontas Duval. I'm on Facebook as Pocahontas Duval. And also, yeah, that's all I want y'all to follow me up on.
Hi, this is your sister Kelly. Y'all can follow me on Facebook, and then I just recently reopened up my Snapchat, CandyGirl84. So y'all girls get at me, guys too. So if y'all want to find me.
And I am, of course, Nico. You can find me on Facebook under Nico Hicks. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram under Nico Love. Next.
I don't need no more followers, so I ain't saying nothing. No, for real, but on social media, everything is Mujizi Studios, and that's Swahili for miracle, so miracle. But Mujizi Studios, and you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that.
He sent me that. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Mujizi, yeah, I'm learning Swahili.
You know, Swahili.
Yeah, I know 50%.
I was like, what is he talking about?
What we're talking about today, for those of you who are just now tuning in, are the men who are attracted to trans women. Their plight. Do they have one?
They're play.
I said their plight.
All their
Do they have one? Are they victims or are they, predators?
Predator.
Y'all feel that we
Sharks
are
with
predators?
teeth.
Well,
We have been trained to think.
Damn, it's messed up. Like, I didn't even know.
Come on, sis,
it's
break
not
it down
that,
for us.
you have to understand that you are a rare breed of fellow. How many of your guy friends do you know also deal with trans women?
That's a good question.
Openly.
That's a good question. All right, I don't want to lie for my niggas, but 0.9. Like I don't know, but what they do is since I'm like so open with me fucking with transgenders and shit, they treat my girls like girls. So wherever we go, it's just cool. Like I'm chilling with my niggas, we smoking, it's just my girl. That's how it is.
So they never disrespected you about it?
No, if they do, they get slapped. Like that's how it is. And I mean, my
I
generation
commend
is
you.
kind of different. Like I don't know, people that's under 25, they don't usually say shit, but it's still like always that dumb like stupid nigga.
Do you ever find yourself in situations to where you have to defend women, your transgender partners?
Well, alright.
And if so, what that's like?
Alright, this is like all facts, no bullshit. Men only talk about transgenders when transgenders are not in the room. So, like when I'm with a transgender, they don't say shit. Like they look at me, they be like, "What up, bro?" I'm like, "What up?" Blah, blah. They don't say shit to me. But when I'm by myself and it's like a transgender that I don't know, and they don't know that I fuck with like transgenders, they always be like, this nigga, oh my god, this, and then I always just be like, bro, like, stop, like, my girlfriend, blah, blah, and then I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Then, most niggas is weird and confused, so that's just, I get that.
Why do you think guys do that? Especially knowing that a lot of guys are DL or messing around with trans women before. Why do you think they wait till they get around in home bars or when a transgender person is found in the room to start down on them?
Uh-oh.
Get a phone call.
We're gonna take a quick phone call. Caller, are you there?
Hey,
Hi.
what's going on?
Who is this?
Okay.
And think about addressing what you just said. You said come out.
Yeah.
If we live our life as women, why do we feel like that men should have to come out anyway?
Exactly.
That's
how
also
I
going
feel.
back to saying it's wrong or
And-
they're doing something that's not the norm.
Well, but here's what I say about coming out for trans men. I mean, for trans attracted men. Coming out doesn't mean the same thing for them that it means for a
Us.
gay.
Yeah.
For a trans attracted man, coming out means if you are with, for instance, me, I'm a proud trans woman.
Mhm.
Do I wear a big T on my face telling everybody I'm a trans? No. I
Sure,
live
I
my
do.
life as a woman.
I do.
But if somebody asked or if somebody figured out, it's hell yeah, I'm trans. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
I'm not,
exactly how
I'm
I
not
am.
tripping. For a man to be out is not for him to go around saying, ooh, look at my tranny wife.
Right.
Mhm.
It's for him to not be afraid
Ashamed.
of somebody else figuring it out.
Afraid
Or
of
It's for
shame.
him, or ashamed, or it's for him to walk around proud of her regardless of who clocks it.
And it
Right.
builds
Okay.
confidence too, inside of the male, because that's what they did for me. Like when I came up saying that I like a transgender, I always thought that I was cocky and confident, but as soon as I came out, my confidence like sky high. Like I didn't really give a fuck what nobody said about shit when I did that.
And I commend you for that because you know that's a lot to use at that. And y'all don't, yeah, like me. I told them that you don't understand what kind of things I go through or adversities I face walking out my front door every day.
So when we get in a relationship or something like that, we expect you to protect us. So the
Exactly.
reason why we so angry and we bash you and stuff like this because we expect so much from you. Child, we live our whole life fighting.
And now,
To be who we
and
are.
honestly, what we've been defending ourselves from is black men.
And
We've
if you
been-
don't
but you
come
know-
out, then how you gonna protect you?
You know the craziest part?
Hold on, what were you saying?
That's true.
True. That is
That's
true.
I've seen so many girls say, and this, we're gonna talk about this on a later show, but I've always said, because what I found is that most girls who bash trans attracted men are those girls who are headed towards SRS surgery,
Mm-hmm.
who are uncomfortable with their bodies, who are uncomfortable with the fact that they have penises, and so they're uncomfortable with anybody being attracted to that. And so anybody who's attracted to them as they are, they're going to demonize because they don't like them as they are.
Yes, and I could personally say, in my own experience, I've learned in the last, I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm going to admit, I wasn't comfortable with being transgender or being known that. I wanted to hide that fact to the T.
I do something completely different. The last 3 guys I've been in a relationship, they okay with me being trans and everything like that. They want to introduce me to the family, but I go into this mode to where I want to hide in the closet. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. Cause I guess I don't know if it's insecure that my voice is maybe gonna be too deep or
Yeah,
they're not gonna like me, they're not gonna accept me. But I go into this block mode to like my last boyfriend. I just got out of a relationship. He used to like when we go to work. He'd be like, "Hey, this is my girl right here." And I'd be like, "Hey," and I turn my head, and I run from it. I go, but I don't know if it's me protecting him from getting the bads or getting the. I don't know. It's complicated.
Part of you.
Because the fact is, you don't mind walking around being yourself
All day
when you're
long,
by
and
yourself.
fine.
Right.
But when you're with him, you feel like a part of you feel like you gonna get him blocked,
But
and
it's
you be
not
trying to, you know what I'm saying? But that's just it. If
Hey, what's going
What's
on?
up?
How you doing?
thank you, babe.
Thank you. Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Let me address that, James. Let me address that, James. And the reason why I want to address that is because because that goes into kind of what I was talking to you about, Kelly, at first. You said that you don't like men who have been with trans women before. Now, men who have been with trans women before know what they like, and they're more apt, because they've had the experience, they're more apt to be in a relationship, to wife a trans woman up. Whereas somebody who's never done it before is more apt to be down low because he's not experienced that. So what you're saying basically is exactly what James just said. You prefer down low men, and you prefer that down low sort of a thing.
Yeah, I can admit that's hard, but then I'm such a big ball of confusion, y'all, but it's just like, I've dealt with that for so long, now that I'm like, hey, now I'm not going nowhere, this is me, and you know what I'm saying, either love it or hate it, but my quick question for you, James, is, I mean, you know what I'm saying, how did you get to the point where you were comfortable with marrying your wife? I mean, when did you know that this is the one woman that you couldn't live without?
Ten.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
When you call yourself a woman and you do, it's so much more than just the outside. It's on the inside.
We say that, but then we turn around and say you gotta be passable. If you're not passable, then we turn around and we argue. If he date you, let me expose you and all this stuff. Instead of saying no, it's not right. You're not a woman.
Right.
You know, all
Right.
this is going backwards.
Right, it's
Right.
very much going back.
It's like a tennis match that never
Right.
ends. It's always the ball get hit across the net, then there it goes going back across the net, and then there's you know what I'm saying? It's just a never ending battle. And then this is why I've said the new thing for me for this year is admitting my flaws, and that's one of my flaws. And then I'm dealing with a situation right now that I done fell in love with somebody and they fell in love with me, but they're not comfortable with the situation. But it's just like when we're together, it's just like this euphoric feeling, like I can't even explain.
Let me say something to you, Kelly, because I love you and I've told you this before. Or I've told you a long time ago when we knew each other back in the day, about you and your taste in men. But I'm gonna say this, that is a dangerous situation.
Mm-hmm.
What you just described is the exact situation girls find themselves dead in. Because you're dealing with somebody who, while he likes you, he's conflicted. And all it takes is that little bit of conflict in their mind and a little bit of justification to kill you.
Right.
Because,
Or to make you disappear.
or to make you disappear, because I don't want this to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, but I'm ashamed of it.
Right.
I like it, but I don't want to, I can't ever let nobody find out about this. This is my secret little thing. This is just my, and if it ever comes out, then it's not gonna be him taking accountability for it. It's gonna be him blaming you. So you need to be very careful about dealing with men who are uncomfortable with what you are, or uncomfortable with that situation. You need to be very careful about that.
Okay. On that one,
Girl, I'm like,
yeah,
girl.
girl, that was a mouthful.
Well,
right
let me
there.
tell you why.
Right, though.
Because I told y'all this story a million times about Tanisha, about how that boy,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Manning, knew
That she was trans.
she was trans, knew all of us were trans. We were all sitting in the car. He knew all of us was trans and was down with it.
Is that a woman got shot in South Dallas?
Tanisha, yeah. And he turned around when his homeboy clocked and started carrying on. He felt like he had to save face and he shot her in her head. And it was her homeboy, it was his homeboy. They ended up turning him into the police. So he shot her in her head to save face for his homeboy, who ended up turning him in.
Right.
So, you know, that's, but it's all about saving face and trying to still appear masculine and still keep that manliness you have about you. Because of course, like you said, the black community sees LGBT as weakness.
Mm-hmm.
It's something less than. So we have to cover up our tracks. And in the situation you're in, he might have that same sense of euphoria when he's with you. He might feel exactly the way you feel.
You have another call.
But then, okay, well, we have another call coming in.
Go ahead.
Caller, are you there?
Hi. Who am I speaking?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, this is Kelly. Hi. How you doing? Is this my sister Hida? Hey, yes, sis. Thank you for calling.
We good,
All
how
right,
are
all
you?
right. Yes, go ahead, baby. Go ahead and ask the question.
I want to say, I think it's a mixture.
It's a mixture of the both. I'm gonna agree with my sister. Go ahead, sis. It was.
You
It's
gonna
a,
let me go, girl? You might as well go on and go.
Yeah.
She said, "This is my call. I'm responding." Okay, Kelly, girl, you can have it.
no, but it's just like it's a mixture of both because they're the experience that it even with, with my situation, certain stuff that you've been around and everything like that. So yeah, it's a mixture of both because when we are looked at, we're looked at as a sign of weakness. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn the floor over. Like I've noticed that, because I've tried so hard to just I've blurred gender lines for years. You know what I'm saying? And then I've done this since I was younger. And then, what I'm saying, I tried to hide the fact that because it was so much strife, and I went through, like I said, I went through foster care through this, and then coming soon is my life story and everything like that.
Girl, stop making plugs on this show.
Yeah, girl, get on my nerves.
Look,
But let me
okay.
comment on it. I don't wanna say nothing in specific because I know living this life I live as a transgender woman, I know every day it's a possibility that I might not come home. So every day I step outside my door, I know it's a struggle, it's a possibility that I might just be walking in the store. Someone could not like me and kill me.
Mhm.
Is there gonna be a storyline about it? What am I gonna hear? Oh, that's because she didn't tell me nothing. I don't even know this person. Something just happened to me. Or I might be in a relationship, but this person might cause recently I just got out of an abusive relationship. But this guy was opening up to, don't touch me, bitch. I'm a hood hoe. I can handle it. I can handle it. I can handle what I need to handle, baby. No, but
I'm cut the call off.
okay.
But till we can get another one. Go ahead, keep on
Oh
going.
yeah, keep on talking.
Yeah, but I was finding that he was opening up to me, but when he started opening up to me, he started feeling like, well, I did this for you. I came out the closet for you. I accepted your transition and everything for you. You owe me your life, bitch. You're never gonna leave me.
Right.
You're not gonna do this. I don't want you to do this because I don't want nobody looking at you. Because just in case you might leave me, so he started getting insecure because he felt like now that I'm out of the closet and I'm doing all this, you're not going to work, bitch. You're not gonna leave me if I have to kill you. And I started seeing signs. So I was like, you know what? Even situations like that, you can be killed. You know what I'm saying?
There, what I found, because I've been studying some of these murders and studying, and I was once in a play that discussed, that was basically about all the transgender murders that had happened up until that point, and so there were so many, and many of these cases were men who had had intimate relations with these trans women, and later on decided that it was too much for them and killed them. So these are men who actually played and took part in the situation, knowing what they were getting themselves into, then felt guilty about it afterwards. One girl who survived was shot in the store because she was standing in line. Trey came in, tried to get her number. She told her team, oh, I'm a trans woman. He got pissed, pulled out a gun, and shot her right there in the store. So,
You got a call.
caller, are you there? Okay, so we were just talking to you, right? Were we just talking to you?
Oh,
okay.
Welcome.
Welcome, I'm sorry.
Who are we speaking with?
Yeah, who's?
Hey, Portia.
Welcome.
Hey, Portia, this Pocahontas. You were supposed to be calling in today. Talk a little about your makeup line, your skin line. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the callers.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, for those of you who are listening, that is PortiaPaints.com.
And when I say Miss Portia Paints, baby, Miss Portia can give you a mug, baby. So, Portia, when did you first find interest into doing makeup? Mm-hmm. It's powerful.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
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 Nice, nice. Well, here on Transfusion Radio, we definitely like to promote any transgender women or trans men who are doing their own thing,
Mhm.
who are entrepreneurs, who have businesses to represent, who have product to sell, because we have to take care of ourselves. We have
Right.
to take care of us. So, thank you, Portia. And then remember, PortiaPaints.com, everyone.
Thank you, Portia.
Thank you for coming in. Portia, we're gonna get some information on you, then we're gonna post it on our website and stuff. So I just kinda want you to briefly just go over some of the things you did and, you know, where they can find you and stuff like that. Maybe do a little advertising for you, for the women who are listening in New Orleans, or if they want them to book you to travel or anything like that.
Give us your contact information.
Mhm.
All right.
Have you been listening to the show so far? What are you thinking about it? What is your input on the relationship?
The men.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And also talking about like the. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How so?
But don't expose them out here, baby. We don't do no exposing. Portia, don't do no exposing, girl. I said, don't expose them out here. We ain't doing no exposing on transfusion, girl. Right. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Right. Right. Sex work. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. To- I most definitely get it and understand exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
But
Because
it's
even if
either
it's
the-
like mine wouldn't be physical. Even though we have all, mine was more mental than anything.
And then this is one thing I want to say too. We as a community, especially as our race, Black, need to take accountability and more responsibility, because abuse is abuse.
Right.
And then quit trying to downplay it.
Yeah.
Or
he just crazy, but
yeah, or
like my
sweep
excuse
it
for
under
where
the
he pay all the
rug.
bills, so
Not to
I'm gonna deal with it
mention
just
the
a little
fact-
bit.
Not to mention the fact that this isn't a specifically trans thing.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a specifically trans thing, though. This is something that men do to women. They do that to women too, so of course they're gonna do it to
Women
us.
do it to men too.
Right, it works both
Let's
ways,
be
you know what I'm
clear.
saying? So but just like, you know, we say that how the men do us, but the fact is, they do that to females too. They do that to cisgender women.
But
Yeah,
So-
they
it's
do.
because that's what we
And-
allow.
Like,
Exactly.
I
Right.
had a
Why y'all
problem
do
with
this,
that.
Sherman? Sherman, why y'all do
No,
this?
no, no. It's just about a man having control. Like, you know, like, so.
Ooh, that
but-
takes me somewhere.
But the thing is, with me, like, at first, like, I thought like I didn't do it, but I did like a little bit because I wanted my girl to do this. I want her to cut. I want her to clean. I want her to do all this stuff. And
So
I,
you traditional, but we past that.
yeah, and then I thought about it.
Look, June Cleaver don't live over here no more.
But then I thought about it, and then I was like, this is a 50-50 relationship, so I gotta do what she say, she gotta do what, like, it's like, do teamwork, but most men don't think like that. To women, transgenders, it's,
No, no.
it's whatever they say.
No, and then this is something I've learned too. One thing I've learned about just meeting different array of men and everything like that, it all boils down to this one point. Men always have the need to feel needed. If they don't feel needed or wanted, baby, they will give you all kinds of blues. I'm telling you.
I feel like when men date trans women, they have to leave some kind of manhood about themselves.
Yeah.
Like they want to control or something. Portia, I don't know if you did this, but I would find myself, like, if we disagree on something, we get into argument, like you the breadwinner, I was the breadwinner. He always paid all the bills, but all his money went straight to bills, and I made more money than him. But I would find myself getting mad at him, and then finding myself, bitch, this belongs to me. You can get your bitch ass out and go back to where you came from. All this shit belongs to me. It's my car, it's my house, bitch. You can get the fuck out and go back to where I found you from. Was you doing that any? Your trade sound like he was gonna pop you in your face, Portia.
Oh, yeah. Sound like me.
Oh, bro.
Oh, God.
That's what we talking about, trying to chase him. No, just playing. I'm joking. Child, everybody raps.
Okay, baby. If you over the age of 20 and you black, you rap.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I hate Capricorns, child. I was in a relationship with a Capricorn. Right. Well, see, mine came from defending myself, like, see, mine came from defending myself, Portia. See,
Right.
see, mine was more from defending myself when I started feeling like you was using me, playing on my time, and being disrespectful. I just kind of wanted to remind you the role that I played in this relationship. Like, remember when you met me, you moved into my house. I just
Right,
kind of want to
right.
validate that I opened my world up to you and accepted you in.
Right.
Don't abuse that. That's kind of me saying, well, bitch, this is my house. This is me saying it angrily. But I'm really just saying, bitch, look, I done let you in.
Right.
Now let me
Now that I
in.
done let you in, don't abuse me. Like, don't tell me I'm less than and ain't nobody gonna want you but me and all that type of stuff. Bitch, I got
And
the
that's what
toys
they
for
try
the
to
boys
get
if
into.
nothing else. I got the toys for the boys.
That's what they're trying to
If
get.
nothing else, but
Well, listen, Portia, I want to thank you for calling. We have to go to a commercial break, but thank you so much for calling in, and I want to remind the callers, PortiaPaints.com. Please check it out because she has some serious stuff going on. And we are Transfusion Radio at power214.com. We'll be right back in just a second.
bye, Portia. It's the earphones, child. Lord.
I already can't hear, so I'll be like, trying to listen to everybody saying.
This Portia. Oh, that Portia can paint.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is.
She from New Orleans. She a known makeup artist in New Orleans.
She got a lot of followers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go.
She do everybody like famous makeup in New Orleans.
Okay.
She really known.
She did Big Frida's makeup.
She did Big Frida. I like the celebrities in New Orleans. She do the
I'm gonna
makeup.
have to see who she
The
is.
thing can paint. She got like her own skincare line and everything like
Nice.
that. Portia Paints on Instagram. I met her through my friend Reggie.
Okay, look, y'all, this one. Look, I had got everybody going with this one. What's her drag name? I was,
Yeah, I posted it on my wall.
God crazy.
no, but it's just being like, like that really, really boiled my blood though because, I really,
What?
really, I've been talking to this guy for almost.
You know you old school. Juicy Fruit Kelly.
I ain't had juice for damn long.
I know. I didn't know they sell it.
I did a juicy fruit.
I didn't look at the package. I take that from my bitch. Juicy Fruit.
Coming in at 45, 10 minutes, finish out.
Okay.
Okay.
Try not to chew while you're on.
Okay.
That's why I didn't want to.
She was going to town.
Kelly. Kelly.
She was listening to whatever the
That's
person was
why I'm
talking.
because I know me. I don't.
You were just agreeing with these two. That's why I had to say, you don't know.
Hey, girl, I'm good. You want some? Well, Kelly done ate it all. She got like 12 pieces of gum and I'm mad at her.
And let them know I can make some things disapprove.
Okay.
Oh.
Sherman, trying to chase him. You got a whole woman at home. Stop playing.
Okay. I don't need your grandma on my doorstep, please.
Huh?
I said, is this a woman we know?
Okay.
No, she knew she young. Like she just, I think she's like 21.
Oh, baby, look.
She's the old transgender. He called me a little kid, so I'm like, fuck that.
Okay, then you need to look at some of the things you're doing and probably and check that. Like, come on, step your
You
game.
just looking at first. Now you them Sherman nephew. Look, son. You gotta put this together, bro.
Oh, good God.
We're just here for the show.
Okay, look, not for meet and greet. This is not a chatting shoe.
I can't do.
That's what we used to do up at the organization we was working
I was a part of that.
on. No free advertisement here, baby.
Okay. You did the girls wrong.
Who?
Hmm.
How so?
I mean, because
No free advertisement here, baby.
no free advertisement, no. But when I tried,
What color hers that you got in your head?
it's 1B.
Oh, that's cute, girl. I like you.
But I tried.
That's me cutting it off.
I see that she's bringing you to
That's
an
me
end,
stopping
bitch.
you right there.
Closing you up.
Her, which I can clearly see that's what my being right here. That's me chopping you down like,
Yeah,
girl.
that was her saying, Kelly, shut
Go on top of
up.
it. No, ma'am, no free advertisement, baby. If you would like to advertise on this show, contact us by hitting us up at transfusion214@gmail.com.
I'm telling you.
Girl, I had made everybody holler with this one. I said, Dallas niggas said something about have sex with you and suck your ear and steal your earring.
It is crazy because trans women, we do bash men a lot.
We do, because they do a lot of
But
crazy
why do
ass
they
stuff.
care though?
But we put up with so much shit with niggas. Or we put up with a lot of shit.
I had to stop and ask myself, why is it? Because like I said, I used to be like, Kelly, I didn't want no nigga if he wasn't my first time. I didn't want it. Because at that time, I was roommates with Nicole.
And she
hung-
done had everybody.
She had everybody.
You know
I hung
what I'm
around with-
saying?
And so I was really trying, I think at that time, I was really trying to find niggas that just didn't have that.
Right, because you don't want the confusion. I think
Because
that's
I
what
didn't
my
want-
thing is. I don't want
So
my
I
piece
kept
of
on
trash.
saying, I don't want you to have dealt with anybody, I don't want you to have been there, and it was so weird, because 50% of the niggas that I met had already been to my house because of her, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was really trying to
Keep the confusion
avoid
down.
that, you know what I'm saying? So at one point, I really was, I don't deal with nobody that deal with other trannies, and because they always, every time I ask, have you dealt with other trannies, they'd be like, yeah, well, who? It always be her.
Nicole. They ain't
Girl, I
Nicole.
know married people that say, that mine say, huh?
I never met
You
her.
probably too young to about it.
Nicole, she just recently passed away.
Yeah, she was killed, but she
They
was
say,
a-
are they saying it's still suicide or they saying that she was killed?
And forward for where?
that's
She
not,
was found at White Rock.
they concluded that she committed suicide, but we know
She
somebody killed her.
killed
But we know
herself.
somebody killed her.
That
She
hoe
ain't-
is a lot of
that bitch
things, but she
dare
ain't
kill
suicidal.
herself. She was out in the middle of the night looking for some cock or some holes. She was not
They
trying
probably
to kill
got it in
herself.
DNA.
And somebody tried to do her, that's all.
Mhm.
That's what that was, but she didn't kill herself.
And then what really fucked me up was when they found her the way they did, where her face was like it was.
But that's because she had been out there for a
Right.
while.
I know that, but still, you
And
know.
then she had went in such a closet or something, didn't talk to nobody.
Well, she was,
You know what I mean?
Commercial in y'all. Finish strong.
Okay.
Sydney's going out there bad to me, y'all.
She not. But
They trying to,
they trying to quieten her flame because she is a little in your face.
but so is the girl they trying to give her to be her, the person to dress her too.
Yeah, it's true enough.
I only have one issue with suicide thing. Get on there. The whole world already knows you're transgender, honey. Get on there and be your best woman self and show them
That you can be.
3, 2.
Welcome back to Transfusion Radio, ending confusion about transgender here on power214.com. If you're listening, please, and you'd like to have something to say, please give us a call at 469-759-7797. We're talking about the men who like transgender women. We're talking about trans-attracted men, tranny chasers, trade, all of those things. Should they be held accountable? Should they stand with us? Should they protect us? What do you think? So we have a trans-attracted male joining us today in the studio. We're lucky to have him. He is someone who is proud to be a trans-attracted male, does not hide or is not ashamed of who he is. And to me, that's what makes a real man. In my opinion. A man is somebody who owns what he likes and what he is and ain't fucking about what somebody say about it. So, I appreciate that.
And the lines are open.
And the lines are open, so we want to hear from any other trans-attracted males. But also, let's finish talking about why so many of us want that first timer, want that man that's trade, want that man that's on the down low. Does that seem straighter to you or something?
Yes, it does, because I can speak from experience, because it just being in the community, because I played on both sides, because like I for the longest I did not hang in the gay scene. I really did not. And you know what I'm saying? I did hang for a little second, but it was just a hot second, and then I went away from that because I seen how much strife and kind of grief people got, not only gay males, but especially black trans women.
So let me ask you something. Would you date someone that date gay black men?
I'm not opposed to it because here in the past 3.5 years, I can honestly say that been experimenting with my sexuality and seeing where my sexuality takes me because I'm getting older. I'm a Scorpio. So we are the most sexual sign out of all.
You are a ball of confusion, like you said.
That's what I was
Because you, on the one hand, you said you like
Download
trade
it.
the
The
download
first
men
house.
because they seem straighter,
Mm-hmm.
but then you wouldn't mind dating a man who is attracted to other men.
I
That's
mean, I
not
don't
straight.
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, so, you know, if you actually,
I play,
too.
but being in a relationship with someone who date, I don't know. I don't.
What's the issue? Like, what's the problem?
So you date men and trans women?
No, I do not date men. But I'm saying, before I went to gay clubs and all that stuff. So
But you didn't date men though.
no, but I play with them, but I don't
Play with them as in what, Sherman? Come on, let's be clear.
play like.
What's play?
Come on, admit your truth.
Look. All right. For the people that don't know, before someone get to the point that they want to be a transgender, they usually are effeminate. They wear makeup and all that stuff, right? So those are the type of guys I used to talk to. Then, but I quickly realized that I don't. So, but I mean,
Did you feel at one point of a time that you let them on in some kind of way?
who on the transgenders or the gay guys?
The effeminate gay guys, because you know it doesn't take much. You know what I'm saying, with certain people, because you know what I'm saying. You know, certain people, you might take it as a joke, but certain people like feel as though if you talk to them, or you know what I'm saying, you've had more dealings with them, it don't even have to be a sexual situation.
Yeah.
You know, you might can lead this person on, and then there go. There goes a whole bunch of confusion and drama.
Well, that person needs to create boundaries
Right.
for themselves.
And
And
gay
not only
guys
that,
are different.
but what he was saying happens quite often, which is another thing that we'll be talking about, which is, you know, we have this whole movement of gender non-conforming, these people who are not quite trans, but they
Non-binary.
still look like trans women even though they're not. And he's right, a lot of us start at the beginning phase, and that was the whole, that's what I think the whole Dwight Howard situation was about. I think, you know, he had relations with this gender non-conforming child who looked like he was a starter tranny, a tranny in the beginning of his transition, but he's not. He's just a gay man. And so Dwight Howard was dating this child and then end up going to tranny parties and looking for trannies because what he thought he was getting was a transgender person in the beginning of a transition, but what he actually got was just a gay man. And so a lot of gay men are left in that situation where they were dealing with someone who actually wanted a tranny and thought that they were probably a tranny or were going to become a tranny, and they didn't.
Yeah,
You know what,
they missed the train.
You know what I think we should do, because I'm sitting here listening to this conversation as I have with you guys, you ladies. We just judged these men again. If we take labels out,
I think we will do a lot
if we
better.
take labels out,
We'll do a lot
and
better.
just when we want to date or fall in love with somebody, just love that person for who they are, I think that would be much better.
And that's where I was good. That's where I was more or less going with that, because, you know, also too, even though this show is about men, but I've actually been in an actual relationship.
Because we just did what cisgender women do to us. Oh, I'm not gonna date someone who's
A female.
I don't-
interested in.
I've
trans
actually
women.
dated another woman.
Well, here's the
I
thing
was-
though. Here's the thing. Transgender women, especially our white sisters, they have, you know, they get up in
Caucasian.
they get up in arms about a lot of things. And here lately, everything is transphobic. And if you don't like trans people, you must be transphobic. And if a man won't date a trans woman, he must be transphobic. We tend to do that a lot. The fact of the matter is, people have preferences. If a man don't want to date with a trans woman because he prefers women who have vaginas, that's perfectly his preference. Because I don't date trans men because I prefer men with dicks. And that's just my preference. It's not.
Trans men do have to though.
Yeah, they didn't have the
But it's
female
small.
implants.
I've seen that, and
You don't
So-
know if it's Miles Sherman shit.
I looked it up.
I've seen some of the ones that come with the rod and all that, and it's just not my cup of tea. But again, it's all about preference. It's not
I said
about being.
I was gonna try it.
I'm not applying
Blue
to it.
labels.
But the fact of the matter is, everybody has preferences. Period. I'm just not.
Hashtag love has no label.
So love can have love does have preferences though.
Right.
But preferences and boundaries I can understand. But at the end of the day, the new thing for me is love has no label. Hashtag love has no label.
Well, good luck finding whatever it is you're looking for.
Love.
I'm looking for something very specific.
Okay, look,
Well, I already got it. I mean,
Oh, okay.
well, I mean, not marriage, but I just strongly prefer, like, not cis women, that's what you are, or not gay guys. I just prefer transgenders. That's just me. Now, another nigga might like all three. Nah, like, I'm good, bro. I just want a transgender woman.
And we, as transgender women, the whole community, please take note, we have got to stop bashing men who say that.
And we got to show,
Stop
build you up and
bashing men
appreciate you.
that say that. There are men out here just like him who say, I don't wanna date no cis woman, I don't wanna date no man, I like transgender women. But when they say that, they're then called tranny chasers, they're called,
Gay.
right, they call
me
so
What's
gay.
his team?
we as trans women have got to stop doing that. If you are someone who is not attracted to trans attracted men, if you don't want a man who is attracted to you because he's attracted to the body that you have and that offends you, then you probably don't need men who are strictly into vaginas. If you have a man who is trans attracted, and 9 times out of 10 he's probably attracted to pre-op women, that's perfectly fine because those are the bodies that we have. But if that's not if that's not the body that you intend to keep, then don't date in the trans attracted.
But can I say this real quick too? It was like, but I remember when I was 16. I remember the.
You said real quick, don't go into a
Girl,
minute. We
she
only have
back
1
in the
minute.
80s.
No.
Wrap it up, Kelly.
No, but I remember that I wanted my sex change, and but then I seen someone that was dating someone, and they went through the process with them, all the way up until their SRS. That's what I was looking for, and then I just started just going elsewhere.
But see, notice that if a person goes into a relationship with you before you have SRS, 9 times out of 10, they're attracted to what you already had. So if you end up getting SRS,
Or
but you
either
haven't-
just attracted to you, period.
or attracted to you, period. But note, a lot of men who have women who eventually end up getting SRS, they end up cheating on them with a pre-op woman, or end up leaving them because what they wanted in the first place was the body that woman had. So we're going to wrap it up. Sorry that we've gone over a little bit longer, but this is Transfusion Radio. We want to hold the men accountable, but thank you for we thank you, brother, for coming in and sharing with us.
Sherman, GZ Studios.
Exactly.
And then Sherman, because it's complicated.
MUUJIZA Studios.
The key only know how to spell shit.
I'm telling you shit. So anyway, but we thank you all for tuning in, and we're here every Tuesday between 5 and 7 p.m. This is Transfusion Radio, ending confusion about transgender here on power214.com. Thank you for listening.
Peace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Pull your wings down, sister.
Huh?
Pull your wings down.
My wings.
You know your hair was flying up a
Child, I
child.
want some. I'm gonna go back home and eat some of that.
I'm gonna go home and get high.
We're not doing no more house parties. Fuck that.
I probably have to go home and go live.
Huh? I'm gonna go and probably watch you, child, 'cause I'm about to go get into my,
I feel
big-
enjoyed you today.
Hey, Tanya.
let's be covering up. Nah, you know, you have to listen on the radio. Ooh, big hat. All right, we out. Shampoo.
Yes.
Man, I have to go lose the age on
How many people watch it? Man, you famous.
Nah, ain't got nobody watching. Ooh, that cake looks good.
Where to put this?
Just go ahead and finish it. I'm gonna wash it out.
I don't know. Finish it. I'm gonna be honest.
I think you should. You'll be wasting liquor if you don't.
Alright.
Excuse me, let me get back to move on it.
Okay, now how I end it, so I won't mess it up. Do I just speak to the exit?